Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
You don't count like this.
I don't know. We don't have a standardized counting. I know you guys have like a 1, 2, 3.
I wasn't watching. Sorry.
But you went from 3 back to 4, Neal.
Well,
Nobody walks like that if they count down.
It's like if you're counting, it's like 3.
Yeah, but what if we do from 5, huh? 5, 4.
4. Hang on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did, and I got yelled at.
That's what you guys. You do it like that. You do 3.
I mean, you got to like you. The thing is, with the 3.
Has nobody watched Inglourious Basterds? You do this. That's what you do.
But if you start at 5, then what do you do?
At 5, if you put your thumb down, you got to get your pinky underneath.
But that's awkward. Yeah,
it's a matter of manual dexterity.
It's not my fault. You guys can't count.
Well, how do you count down from 5? Okay.
How does putting your pinky under your thumb have anything to do with counting?
Surely that's just you do the shocker.
We do that every single time, by the way. We just usually do it before we go live, so don't worry about it.
Did she hear what Fuzzy said? I don't think so. It's fine. Let's move on.
Fuzzy, what did you say?
It's fine. We are. What are you guys doing? You've gotten your money. You've got paid.
Anyway, yes.
I'm trying to keep. There are children watching, Fuzzy. There are children watching.
I'm
children are watching.
All I said was pink.
There are also children playing, Neal. That's fine.
I think we will Yassi out of the room and find the nearest tavern to settle down, get a room, and have a conversation with her.
Yes, that seems like a good idea.
Considering Yassi's importance, a pair of guards come with you. They don't like stand and watch directly over and spy on your conversation, but they will like shadow you to make sure no one bothers the important diplomat. So they, if you're talking quietly, they won't hear you, but they are keeping an eye on her so no one fucks with her. You're in a tavern. It is called the Crack Inn, and the party is. I'm glad some of you appreciate that. Anyway, you're at the tavern.
2 seconds.
I think Fuzzy's slam her head against the desk.
Are we not playing anymore?
I guess we're done, Neal. We're done for the day. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. All right, but for realsies, what now? You wanted to get a quiet place to talk to Yassi. Here you are.
Good to see you again.
She gives you a polite nod.
How are you doing?
Better, now that the ties are undone. It was a long journey through the Red Desert.
Yassi, what the hell happened?
I was in the library and someone recognized me and...
Were you not disguised?
I've been there a long time now. Spending most of my time in the library. I can't live underground the whole time, It was unlucky.
Oh, dear.
Did you pick anything up from your captors? Did they say anything? Anything interesting?
They threatened assault and bodily harm, and then realized, when brought to their subordinate, their superiors realized I was perhaps more useful and carted me off here to Pike's Point or something, and I didn't know what it was until I got here and met with you in that room half an hour ago. I'm every bit as surprised as you are. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life in chains.
Can I try and work out if she's telling the truth?
Yeah.
What would that be? Perception?
No, it's going to be charisma.
Charisma, okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. You know what? Yassi is being completely straightforward with you. You believe her story 100%.
Fair enough then.
Well, so Utel isn't compromised then?
What do you mean compromised?
Well, if they noticed you in the library, then, well, I'm not saying we just send you back there, but it's still a place, it's still a safe house.
What? What?
The Shazar Manor and Library.
Yes.
Underground, it's still safe.
I suppose. Are you... She looks a little surprised. Are you not keen on this idea?
What, going to Drakesia and doing a peace negotiation for our enemies?
Are you not concerned about the dragon then?
Yes, but we should focus our efforts on the Civil War, surely.
What are you
Well,
doing?
if the dragon rolls in and, sort of like they take over everything, the Civil War is like, least of our problems, I'd say, to be honest with you.
I mean, what's Mistria gonna do if we're still in a civil war? Having Mistrian troops on our soil is not gonna change anything.
A wise man consults with his potential allies before dismissing them outright.
Oh, I hate travel though. I'm sick of traveling.
And it's going to be weeks of travel. A lot could happen in those weeks.
I didn't think the children of the late King Harazim would be afraid of walking.
Oh, I'm not afraid of walking. I just bloody hate it.
I'm afraid of leaving Akuba alone.
If I may speak directly with you, Your Highness, what are you going to do to end the war?
It's a good question, one with no answers.
She looks to Bud and Sarah.
Bud is deeply thinking. He's kind of phased out right now, so he's staring at the wall, stroking his beard, and he's in deep thought. So if Sarah wants to say something...
I mean, there's a reason Yassi was father's advisor. The only thing I do not like is the rest of the royal family walking into Drekith. That is the part I don't like. It's not the negotiations.
It sounds like a joke, doesn't it? 4 royal children walk into Drakesian bar.
It does.
Yes.
Dragon comes in. Why the long face? Pretty much like that.
Dragon comes in, incinerates everybody.
What are you afraid of? Dying in Drekis instead of dying in Akuba?
Look, if I have my way, I would just disappear. I would just find some... I don't know. I'd just be gone. I'd be in another country, okay?
Your
So
Highness is entitled to flee the country whenever she wishes.
Yes, but I can't, because, what would these 3 do without me? God, can you imagine?
Your Highness is a very loyal woman. We are lucky to have you.
Yes.
What is it Drekis wants, though?
I don't know. We would have to talk with them.
Drekis is under the threat of the dragon just as much as we are, maybe even more.
Certainly more. They're currently at war with Mistria. It's them who the dragon has been deployed upon.
Well, right now the threat upon us is due to an arms deal gone wrong. If we were to resolve the Civil War and uphold that agreement, we would seemingly not be under threat from the dragon. As far as politics goes, them now if they then defeat Mystria, they could very well turn their sights on us in the same way, but we would be at least more organized.
She looks nervously between the four of you. And having accepted this mission, if we do not do it, then what? Where are we? Haven't we just made enemies of our only allies? Your only allies? She corrects herself.
We accepted the mission to get you out, Yassi. That was... We had to get you out of their control no matter what.
Well, it sounds to me like either you go along with the plan or you lose the only allies you have.
You do make sense. I just don't want to walk all that way. Well, ride all that way.
Maybe your highness should stay behind then. I'm sure your siblings are brave and capable enough to handle this on their own.
Yes, I'm sure they are. No, I should go along.
She looks to Sarah.
If we're going, you would have to tell me a lot about Drakis, because I don't know that much about the country.
I am well read on the subject, your highness.
Oh, do any of us speak Phoenician?
Well, the only voice we really need to hear is Bud's on the matter, but I think that you're probably the only advisor we have, and I'm willing to listen what you have to say. And I think it's better to go somewhere and have an aim than just stay here.
She looks...
I think it would be the easy way to give into our fears and not take the risks of going to Drakis. It would be the easy way to find another place in Akuba and try to change things from within. We are currently not able to. We allied ourselves with the Eastern Bloc, with the Abu Dard family, and with the Kristari on purpose to get on their good terms. Why did we do that? Because we think they are a part of Akuba we can trust.
Also, if we do manage to, win aid for Akuba, then that's a feather in our cap, and we were like, oh yes, we've helped our country, and despite the squabbling of the other factions, it'll make us look good, I suppose.
Yassi nods enthusiastically. If this is brings a boon to our lands, and you're responsible for it, it only strengthens your claim to the throne.
Indeed.
I have spent time in Drakis. I know the people. I know their beliefs, their fears, and their dreams as well. I might even say I have been a Drakisian for some time.
Well, I know a lot of people who say that too.
There's one thing most of Akubans forget when we talk about the feud between Akuba and Drakis. When we talk about the war, we invaded Drakis. Not they, us. Didn't we start the war? The conflict? Shouldn't this be a moment we could go and try to find a common ground, maybe a common enemy, and show them that we are sorry for what we did, for those who bled and those they lost? Shouldn't we try to use this chance to build something greater than our own desire? Peace?
Bud, you raise a very great point. The war between Akuba and Drekis, it's been going on longer than we have. And if this is an opportunity that we have to end our feud with them in a peaceful manner, one where both sides agree, then honestly, what better hope can we have for Akuba? This would mark a great time.
So it's settled then? Yossi asks.
Well, I think I'm more wary of Drekis than the rest of my family is, but I will listen to your guidance, and maybe I will learn something new, Yossi.
You honor me.
Don't worry, Sarah. I'm as wary as you are. I just think that as Buzz says, this is an opportunity that we have.
True. Oh, on a more practical note, how many of us actually speak Drakesian?
Does
No.
anybody other than Bud?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yossi speaks it, of course.
Right.
Fluent
So
like
on the way, we should probably, sort of like tutor you to in at least the basics of Drakesian then.
There are magics that can get me the rest of the way.
Oh, always the shortcuts with you, isn't it? All right, Sarah. We're going.
I'm still trying to find my goddamn languages on my shit.
It's okay.
Under basic.
Basic?
Yeah,
Everything is
that's
on a basic these days. No Eridonian, so I don't speak Drakesian. Which is
Oh,
fine,
wonderful.
because I
teach you on
can
the way,
speak
maybe.
through my faith. Welcome, children. Gather round.
But also, Eridonian is the most common language in the land. Anyone of any note, any noble is going to speak Eridonian. Anyone that matters will speak it. Yeah.
Hey, common people matter too.
Yeah, right.
I'll
Hey, when you're
speak
getting
through
mugged,
great
saying
gestures.
please don't mug me, please don't mug me is like useful,
Hey, Bud, how does it go when you say please don't mug me in Drakisian to a Drakisian? Does it work?
no.
Or how about turn around because my sister's behind you with a big knife?
Ooh, that one hasn't been tried yet.
No. Maybe I give an answer at some point.
Can
Those
I ask, how would we get there exactly?
In
There
character or
are
out of
two ways
character?
we can approach the capital, either from the north through Kushvik or through Bon Mai. Well, if we would travel by sea, that is.
Yeah, I think going the longer path might be a better idea because the Red Desert is not fun, and I really don't want to get,
What is the
sunburned
longer path? Over Yatel?
around the mountains.
Through Utel would be
Through Mystery and Territory?
Ooh, yeah.
Mystery and Territory ends at this.
The elves are in between. Like, so was it in between?
That's true. But the grasslands are open. The elves stick to the woods, so as long as you don't go into the forests, you're fine. There's a little narrow path right here that cuts between the hills and the elf territory, and then you can skirt along past the Drakisian wastes or try and cut through it yourself. But that's sort of like a deeply cracked, difficult to navigate area, easily to get lost in.
Go through the light woodlands, it'll be fine.
Yeah. It's certainly going to be an eventful journey. It'll be a dangerous one. You could take the shorter route and just cut through the Red Desert if you want, which might be difficult. No one ever really goes through the Red Desert because it's, a dangerous place.
Yeah,
But it's faster.
I personally would vote to go the long route because, yes, I don't want to get murdered.
But I
If
have
we
so
are
many
going-
dragons ready for you.
if we are going into Drekis, then I want to stop off at least at Utel before we do. There are many readings I wish to bring along with me for this long journey.
Sounds like a good idea.
There are a few things I wish to discuss with certain individuals there. Also, the Red Desert is treacherous enough, with 50 men. Remember the encounters we had on our way down to Pike's Point? Oops.
If we are lucky, we should not take a lot more time traveling the longer path, as the steppes and the plains are easier to navigate than the desert. So, if we hurry along, it should only be a couple of days. 3, 4, maybe.
There's also a lot more opportunity for supply along the way. A journey across the Red Desert, if your supplies go awry, well, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Or if you
Yes.
find some marauders that take your water.
Exactly.
And we could stop at Roxas or Bridgegate for supplies before we... Yeah.
Yeah. All right, are you guys settled? To Yatel, and then to Roxas, then to Bridgegate, and then to Wicthron Marenta. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You guys can pack up your stuff, spend the rest of the day here. Do you need a few days to rest and relax here? Or you just arrived today. I don't know if you were ready to turn around and head out immediately. Or maybe you are. Who am I to
I
tell
think
you?
we shouldn't waste more days because we're already taking the longer road.
We're gonna be on the road
At
for a
least have
long
a
ass
chance.
time anyways, right?
Yeah, does Maya at least have a chance to get like a, just have a little spa day or something?
You have the rest of today. So it's late afternoon already. There are public baths here in Pike's Point. They are saltwater baths.
Oh,
Room-
looking very hell with my hair.
They're great for your skin.
True. All right, yeah, I'm totally going to sort of like go and get like a manicure and a facial and,
I will join Maya in this
yeah, I'll be
effort.
like, sister, I'm just going to, do you want to come? Yes, okay. Girls evening out at the baths.
All right. Girls' evening at the baths. What is that like? I have no idea.
Really?
I've never had a girls'
this?
evening at the baths, guys. Surprise, surprise.
Neal has never had a bath.
Basically just sitting around in towels gossiping about random shite and
Having a little drink.
Oh, yeah. All right.
a nice little glass of wine.
What's the gossip? I gotta know.
I don't really know. It's just like, oh, it's been an eventful few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna get any better soon, is it?
Oh God, I know. I am not looking forward to the journey, but it's got to be done.
I'm actually looking more forward to the journey than the end point, to be honest.
Yes, I definitely. Yes, that's definitely going to be interesting. Oh, I hope everything goes all right. I really do.
I hope I'm strong enough to make it through. I mean, the journey is fine, but
What? I mean, what could... Sister, you're a cleric of Martha. You've got a god backing you up. Come on now.
I hope she does.
Well, why wouldn't she? God knows you're completely hooked goody two-shoes all the time. If I was Martha, oof. I'd be like, oh, isn't she wonderful? But
I wonder if they worship Martha in Drekis. They would, right?
Yeah.
They do.
She's worshipped all over the world. This is some quality gossip here, guys.
Never seen the appeal of goddesses, really.
Wow.
I'm just, I'm not judging you. Not judging you. I'm just saying that it's never. I don't know. She's just so goody two shoes. Doesn't really go with my line of work,
You're somebody who really... You are interested in power, right?
Not really, no. I'm interested in survival.
Right. But you know what is a really interesting feeling? It's when you hold the life of somebody in your hands and you feel Borassi tugging on it with all her strength and you manage to keep that life. That is something that is scary and very rewarding at the same time.
Death, right?
Yeah, she is.
Huh. Yeah, I have felt the tugging occasionally.
The question if you feel the tugging in the right direction.
Oh. I'm sure I have, yes.
I take another swig of my sparkling wine or whatever we're having.
Mine's just there with the red wine, just like,
We're drinking red and white wine, if anybody hasn't noticed by now.
Oh, everything just got really awkward. It's like, oh,
It's okay.
yes, totally, yes, Farassi, definitely. Anyway, yes. Did you see that cute guy on the way here? Change the subject.
All right.
And so it goes on.
So it goes on. All right, that's enough bathing. The next morning, you guys can set out. You should still have sufficient supplies. Do you need more rations?
Oh, yes.
They will give you 100 rations.
Boom.
Is that enough?
That's plenty.
Are the
You
two
know.
guards at least staying behind? Are they tagging along for the entire journey?
They'll tag along to guard her as long as you guys are in Pike's Point.
Right. Very good.
Keeping her safe. In theory. Unless it's just a ruse. It's probably a ruse. It's always a ruse. Alright, off we go. Let me just get the appropriate background for us here. If I can find our backgrounds. Where is it? Anyway, you guys are gonna head off. Anything else you need before you take off? Or are you ready already?
We're never ready.
You're always
Let's go.
ready. I believe in you.
Actually, just before we go, is there a temple to Verassi in the city?
Certainly. Oh yeah.
Maya's just gonna sort of like just stroll past it
Mm-hmm.
and give it a considering look, and then just sort of wander in casually.
Sure. You casually walk on in, and out. You know, there's a cleric nearby. She's dressed in black robes with white trim all the way around it. She walks with a spear, like a decorative spear instead of a staff.
Mm-hmm.
She casually sees you and casually sort of crosses paths with you. Good
after-
evening.
Hello. Don't mind me, just browsing.
Is there something the goddess of death can do for you?
I just had a few questions. How does she feel about assassination? Just as, a general question.
All people have their time. Everyone eventually meets their end, be it from an assassination, or an accidental tumble off a roof, or choking on a chicken bone. When someone dies, it is because it is their time.
So she doesn't have
regardless.
any problem with people, being hurried along, as it were.
No one is ever hurried. Everyone dies exactly when they're meant to.
Interesting.
Do you fear death yourself?
No.
How wise of you.
Oh, it's not really wisdom. It's more. I'm 18.
There is often wisdom from the mouth of babes.
But anyway, I should be going. But it's been interesting talking to you.
She takes a step forward towards you and makes very direct eye contact with you. And then takes a few steps forward and puts a hand on your forehead, or like reaches out a hand to touch your forehead.
I'm probably gonna like shy away and then let her touch me very cautiously.
She closes her eyes for a moment, and you can feel a... How do I say? It's like an inner warmth surrounded by a cold, almost like you're having hot chocolate on a cold day, but it's like a regular day outside. So you get that like outer shiver, but like an inner, ooh, this is warm and fuzzy and nice.
Do you feel slightly guilty because there's too many marshmallows in there?
There's no such thing as too many marshmallows. What are you talking about?
Good, but also slightly guilty.
Also, with me, it's the 4.5 tons of whipped cream that you eat with a spoon and then put more whipped cream on.
And then you do... No? Okay.
I can make it through half a thing of fruit. It's great.
She then says, "You need not worry. Your death is not here yet."
Good to know. Good to know. Although "yet" is a very relative term, but thank you. Right. Well, I'd best get going then. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
And I will leave the temple.
Okay. You pop back out into the bustling city streets. Yep. Do. Everyone's going about their business.
Maya's
No
definitely
creepy
been
clerics here.
cheating on Martha with another. Well, you know.
I mean, is it really cheating if you're not in a committed relationship?
No, but you know, Sarah would probably think so.
Well, it sounds like you and Sarah need to have a conversation about boundaries.
I think so. I mean, I can't know you were there, but I think if we meet up afterwards, I'd be like, "Can you smell this? Something smells weird. I can't put my finger on it.
Oh,
What is that? Can you smell it?"
I smell sewers.
Maybe that's it. Something. Yeah, maybe it's the sewers. You're probably right.
Yes, it's almost definitely the sewers. Yes. Anyway, should we crack on? Shall we? Let's go.
All right. And off you guys go that day.
I'll be out for the night. I'll be back in the morning. Have fun, ladies.
What are you doing, bud?
Brother,
What?
if he's going out, I'm gonna sort of like wait until he's left the thing and then nudge Sarah and be like, I'll be back. Don't wait up. And I'm going to slyly follow you because this could be fun.
Well, Butt is nicely walking through the streets, and the nearest chap he sees who looks maybe a bit drunk, who has a drink already, he's gonna ask, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a place where a man like me can have some fun with the ladies.
I know what you're talking about. Have you ever been to the Lusty Leopard? Oh my god. They've got a buy two get one free special going on Wednesdays. That's today. You know, hump day and all. Get the special deals.
I'm more looking for quality.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's buy two, get one free, you can get two, and then you can get me one, cause I'm helping you out.
You know what? I will. Come on, my friend.
All right, he gets up,
Find something for fun.
Drink in hand, and you guys go off to the Lusty Leopard.
Maya is going to tail you. Do you want me to roll for that, or?
Yeah, give me a hide check versus his passive not passive,
7. I have a perception of 7. I'm not gonna see you, so.
36.
There's no way he can see you. He gets to roll a d20 plus 3, and he's not gonna make it. It'll never beat a 36. So you sneakily follow him the entire way. Sure enough, you guys end up at the Lusty Leopard. It is like leopard hide stretched over the front frame, with then like painted on top of that, like a leg coming out from the door frame, and like just part of a face with a single wink going on.
Okay.
And inside there is a raised stage with brass poles and all sorts of dancing and drinking and debauchery happening. This is definitely not the place for a prince of Akuba, but it might be the place for Bud. So
it doesn't look like the quality he's seeking. It's more like, he's gonna drop his friend off there and give him a gold piece. Does that cover his costs?
Sure, he's a little drunk anyway, so he'll... It's fine.
But he's gonna talk to the barkeep then, because I don't think Bud's gonna get satisfied here. Excuse me, sir. This is a fine establishment, but a man like me searches for a more exclusive woman. Could you recommend another place?
Do your proclivities lend you towards the...
My what?
What sort of thing, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for some delicate and...
Delicate. A beautiful flower that is ready for the plucking. I see what you're saying.
No. It is fine if she has some experience. I'm not into that kind of...
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to suggest that. I just meant, you're looking for something more refined and elegant.
Yes, I'm looking for someone that could provide me with companionship, not just lust.
I see. How about the Shy Maid? Will that do for you?
Maid.
Mm-hmm. North side of town, right by the wall.
Do nobles go there? Is that a place where those with a bit more money?
I mean, I hear you trying to pretend to be a noble with that accent of yours, but... no, they're not found there. And look, mercenary, he says, pointing to your weapons on you. I don't think you're gonna find I don't think you're gonna be welcome at any place that serves that sort of clientele. Stick to your pay grade, kid.
Now, where could I find the establishment that is above my pay grade?
He rolls his eyes.
Maya rolls her eyes too in the shadows.
What's the name of a high-class brothel? This is the hardest part of the game, guys. The
peach and cucumber.
The peach and cucumber.
Not what this place is gonna be called.
All right.
The salad bar.
The salad bar? What? Mix and match? 2 for 1?
What you can do, right, is you can get a bowl full of women and then just make barricades with lettuce so you can fit more women in the thing. That's how you do salad bars, right?
Bowls of women. The Lusty Leper? That's a terrible name, Faye. Why?
I said lusty leper because you said lusty leopard, and I thought he was just slurring his words. So I thought the bar was called the lusty leper, okay?
The Lusty Leper, that's
the lusty leper. You are like you can get 2 or 3 at the same time.
The lusty leper, if it falls off, you can keep it.
God. All right. There's a small upscale establishment. It's just called the Red Door. You know, one of them so fancy we don't use a real name sort of place. You can recognize it by the Red Door on it. It's west side of town, near to the water, but back a few blocks. Located between a high-class tailor shop and a wine importer. Although I think the importers are closed now.
Thank you.
Can't import wine if you can't get to the sea. Yeah. All right. And then you can head to the Red Door and eventually find it this evening, well after dark.
I'm gonna leave another gold coin for the barkeep.
Okay. Done?
Why is this guy in charge of money again?
To be able to visit the places I couldn't afford otherwise.
All right. You make it to the to the Red Door, and
The lusty door.
Lusty Red Door.
Yep, the door just bangs open and closed all night long.
I'm going to try to buy some flowers,
About that.
maybe a rose.
My fucking Christ, really?
Chocolate.
Yes, chocolate. That's good. Roses and chocolate, and a good flask of wine.
Okay, you show up with roses, chocolate, some wine. The matron.
Another gold?
Yeah, at least. Chocolate's probably going to be multiple gold. That's a rare delicacy.
3 gold it is.
There you go. The matron of the house. Her name is. It's going to be.
Cassandra?
Sure, that's fine. Fine. Her name's Cassandra. She'll welcome you in and take you to the fine seating room that is the atrium to this area. And one after another, she pulls back curtains to reveal, various men and women who are working this fine evening at the Red Door. So she'll come up to one curtain and say, "From the distant lands of Eridon, a woman with hair as red as fire, legs as long as a giraffe's," and then kind of like, "Oh, that's not a good description of a woman." It proceeds
Is
to,
she as horny as a giraffe as well? There's some wag at the back.
Shut up! You're next. Hold on. And you'll go and proceed to be introduced to person after person until you find someone that you like.
Yes.
Who does Bud
And
settle down with?
I think Bud will try to find a woman that resembles. Jesus, I totally forgot the name already. He met his old. No, not Brutana. He met his old friend in.
What's her name? Who was looking after the kids, right?
The childhood friend.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Right.
That is-
right.
That
Wait,
is
is she still alive, by the way?
I don't know.
Lady Arena.
Yes,
Oh my
I
God,
will try to
forget that name.
match
Lady
her.
Arena, the dream of every gladiator.
I hadn't even thought of that yet. That's good.
Oh, God.
Sure. You find someone that if you cock your head to the side, squint, and drink your flask really quickly, sort of looks like her. I mean, there's only like 6 girls to choose from, so you can pick what you can get here. And
Yes.
you can have a lovely time with her as a companion, drinking wine, making good conversation. She picked her because she has a Mistrian accent, like
Oh,
Lady
sweet.
Arena. So, you know,
Maybe it's her. She just went through a hard time. Who
dim
knows?
lights, lots of accents, whispered words. Yeah. Please pony out 10 gold for this.
Maya will
Yes.
stay long enough to observe the, sort of like the initial choosing, be like, oh, that's creepy, and just go again.
Let's roll charisma. How well I'm actually, how charismatic I am. I just want to find out if I totally.
See what you got.
Do you blow it or blow your load? Oh, well,
Going all in.
You know what? She likes you, bud. She laughs at your jokes. She seems interested in what you have to say. She seems genuinely attracted to you, and like she's really enjoying this evening. And when it comes time for you to leave to make sure you can get enough sleep for the next day and head out and everything, she seems saddened by your departure. I feel like you've made a genuine connection here.
Also,
Don't
Maya
burst his
would
bubble,
totally have
Sarah.
gone back to the tavern, knocked on Sarah's door, and she'd be like, "You'll never guess where he went."
The church.
Right.
He only went to the brothel, which is to be expected, but he also chose a woman who looks exactly like Lady Arena.
Well, I guess if we all die, at least there's a successor to the throne, am I right?
I mean, I doubt it, because I'm pretty sure they take measures to ensure that their, young ladies aren't out of work for 9 months at a time. It's very unlikely that there's going to be a successor to the throne, sister.
Aren't there cleric blessings that can do things like that?
I'm
There
sure there's
are.
some sort of weird herbal teas that,
There is a fertility and an infertility blessing that can be acquired.
I'm pretty sure they make regular trips to the temple to get those things topped up.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, the next morning, Bud is going to be back with a smile on his face and a very light step.
oh, good morning, Bud. Do you sleep well?
Maya, you're the sister I like almost the most.
Really, brother? Really? I'm so glad to be your second favorite sister.
Of all the sisters I know of, you're the second most loved. And
Right.
I hug you.
Okay, you know what? No, not. In fact, if you try and hug me, I'm just going to probably give you a gentle-ish jab to the ribs to make you stop. Because not. Look, I just don't like hugs, all right? You know this. Why do you keep trying to
know.
hug me?
I don't know, because I love hugging you. Maybe it's
All right, well,
because
no.
I like you.
No, just no, all right? Just personal space. This is my personal
Okay.
space, and this
I'm
is your.
not groping you. I'm hugging
know.
you.
I know, and I don't like it. This is my personal space, all right? And this is your.
I walk past and I walk to Sammy and I give him like a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, you want some breakfast?
Yeah, well, they're your twins.
Yeah,
That's
let's go
right.
have some breakfast over somewhere else.
Yeah, so you want some breakfast? Let's go get some breakfast.
Can I come and get breakfast, please?
Arm around Yassi as well.
Yassi walks with
Get
you.
breakfast.
All right. You guys have
Get
one
Captain Huggy.
Yeah.
one
Why
last
can't you
hot
be
meal.
cool like Sarah?
Because because I wasn't raised to be the favorite, all right?
And on that awkward note, let's end this segment, and we'll come back with our final segment today as you guys set off for Yatel and to Drekis. See you on the other side of the break. Bye-bye.